Greetings, my excellent friends. When last we left off, we threaded the needle in Grimforge. We sort of a little bit sided with the slavers, but, you know, only as far as murdering the drow. Then we told the slavers, hey, good fight and all. Glad we helped you with your hierarchical concerns, and hopefully this does not have to escalate. But you know those slaves you've got, why don't you stop, just let them go a little bit? And they said yes, and that was that. Now, from a long-term thinker's perspective, are they giving up the slavery practice? Abso-fucking-lutely not. Are they going to go back and find more later in their lives in order to make their lives... Yes, they will. Should they probably be killed in order to prevent that from... Yeah, most likely. But I got a worm in my head. And we did short-term good. So fuck it. You know those slaves you got? No, you don't. Yeah. I've gotten to the last story arc in the story mode of Dragon Ball Fighters, or Fighter Z. Not having a bad time. Like, it goes so far as to say I'm enjoying myself, which is strange. I don't really do the fighting games, but I guess now I might. The way the story mode works is, first arc, the good guy arc, you slowly collect team members until you have 9, which is like a quarter of the roster, but, you know, none of the DLC characters are in the story mode, obviously, and some of them aren't there because it doesn't make narrative sense. And the idea is, health does not replenish much between fights. You have a map, you travel through the map, get into 3v3 fights. Whatever damage you take, you get a tiny heal at the end of the fight, but then what you're supposed to do is swap your team members out because someone who is benched heals more. And that's fine, you have a big team. You go to Arc 2, which is the evil guys arc, and there's only really 4 evil characters that are in the story mode. Frieza, Nappa, Ginyu, and Cell. So that's not great. But about a third of the way through the arc, the good guys team up with you. So you get a big team again, and it's fine. You have, like, you know, 9 people, 12 people, depending on the arc, and just by shuffling, you're pretty much immortal, so long as you can still fight. And you get to the third arc. For the first 11 maps, you only have 2 characters. Meaning, not only do you have no subs, you don't have a full team. And the damage you sustain is retained, apart from small heals. All of a sudden, game overs are possible. That's the other thing. If you die, right, if you lose a fight on a map, what happens is your 3 party members are incapacitated and you are forced to pick 3 new ones for the next battle, and I think you have to wait until they heal to full before you can use them again. But it doesn't game over you, it just sends you back to the menu. And the fight that you just lost, that enemy takes the attrition. So you come back and have a hilariously easy mop-up fight where, you know, 1 enemy's left and he's got half health. But not in Act 3. You've only got 2 people. So the second you lose a single fight, it is game over and you have to start the map again. And that persists for 11 maps. And then they finally give you a new party member, just in time for the plot to kill one of your 2. Like, permanently. So now you still have 2. And God save you if you don't like the character kits of those specific 2. What's really extra annoying is there's actually a third character in the narrative, but they don't have their own character. They are an assist of one of the two that you've got. At least in the base game. That person got a DLC release as a full-fledged character, but you can't access that kit in the base game. You still... It's 3 people there, but you only have 2. It's really annoying. It actively discourages you from doing all of the fights and makes you want to just rush to the map boss, because the more fights you do, the more attrition you take. It's like Payday 3. So... We went to camp, and we now have Barkus Root in our camp, and I wasn't sure if he had a proper conversation left or not, so I ended the stream as it was time, and I didn't want to get dragged into a lengthy chat. Scratch is fascinated by the Traveler's Chest and is currently under the anti-magic field. Which is fine, he's not a dog wizard.
I thank you for the invitation to your camp. It's, well appointed, not too crowded, perfect for thinking. And I've been doing just that.
Thinking is good. What about?
It's about Wulbrin. We know he's been taken to Moonrise Towers, and we know I'm going to save him.
Do we?
The problem is this. A preponderance of evidence that I am a terrible adventurer. I'm not sure I should trust Wulbrin's fate to, well, me.
This guy really should have been a companion. I say that because all of our companions are full-sized, right? Unless someone's coming that's short that I don't know about. But, like, I am aware of the fact that this guy isn't, right? I don't know what his class is necessarily, and maybe that's the problem, but, like, if he were, like, you could easily just make him, like, a fucking sorcerer or some shit. But we don't have anybody of the gnome, halfling, dwarf set unless we make one. And it seems like an oversight. But this guy has a similar sort of track to Halsin and the others where, like, you know, all roads lead to Moonrise, you know? Like, he has a reason to sign on to the party here. And you could have written him that way and made him a proper adventurer with a class kit and some capabilities. It's just that he doesn't perform well on his own, which is very normal. Sure, if you're good at the game, you can do a solo mode tactician, but narratively speaking, the reason why we're badasses is because we're a quartet. I will look for your friend.
You've done so much already. I'm hesitant to prevail upon you again. But I can't risk recapture. I barely escaped last time. You'd do it then. You'd look for him.
Yeah.
That's very decent of you.
Where's the Astarian disapprove? Is it going to come in on the second?
You should know. Something I can no longer ignore.
Why does Gale approve of that?
I know you've learned about the gnome's pursuit of rune powder, but do you know what it truly is?
Big boom, and I've got some of it in Karlach's pocket. I've heard some rather explosive gnomish myths about it.
That myth has come to life. The Iron Hand gnomes have proven the impossible. Rune powder is real, and they have it in their possession.
What do they want to do with it?
Destruction. The only thing it's good for. But destruction of what? Well, I'm hoping Wulbren will be able to tell us. I shouldn't have let him drift away. Shouldn't have let that lot get their claws into him. Now more than ever, I need to find him. We need to find him. He's the only one I might be able to speak to sensibly.
What can you tell me about Moonrise?
I haven't been there myself. The area around it is, well, cursed. Terrifyingly so. I did hear something interesting, though. There are shades that plague the path to the towers. Shades that fear not steel, but light. Dwergar who mentioned it sounded truly traumatized. It's almost amusing.
So Shadowheart will be useful there, then, is the impression that I get. I'll find your friend.
I'd kiss you.
Ah!
But neither of us deserve that. Thank you. Like what?
You an alchemist?
Alchemist, tinkerer, adventurer, curmudgeon. I wear many hats. Most with great enthusiasm. Thank you for noticing.
So you could be an artificer, but they don't have those yet. That would be an interesting way to put in the artificer update, is to companionize Barkus Root. What will you do if Wulbren's dead?
I suppose I'd be very, very sad. Then, after a while, I'd find whoever killed him and put a smoke powder bomb in their trousers.
Right.
Barkus Root is my name. Baldur's Gate is my home. Back in the city, I offered my expertise to the highest bidder. I was quite popular, too. I'm not picky about my customers.
Now you're in the Underdark. You idiot.
Moving in.
Let's see if Skikpit and the Dwergar are still there. The suggestion was made that unless you kill those specific Dwergar, that particular gnome doesn't get saved, but I don't know. My path didn't sort of lend itself to that, so we'll see if they've all disappeared when I wake up. But if they haven't, we might take a look. But if they have, doesn't matter.
Well met.
Halsin, I freed some slaves. You proud of me?
You wish to speak?
I wish to wonder why you're just lazing around out here.
With such stimulating company?
Okay, Mr. Flirty, calm down. If you want to win me over, you got to be useful first. Oh well, time for the nightly. Now he's over here.
Thank you for agreeing to find Wulbren.
Uh-huh. You're hanging out at Astarian's tent for. What does this mean?
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Hi, did you spend the night with the gnome? Hospitality, I suppose. Good. No, this way, hang on. Doesn't look like there's dots there anymore. Nope. Have the... So you could argue, though, that it isn't necessarily that Skikpit has remained a slave. It's just that we weren't directly involved. Presumably all of the Dwergar have left, and all of the gnomes have left. Indeed, no one's here now. Did not mean to ping. The gnomes are elsewhere. Are they? And we do have... This is interesting because we have a poison problem. But also, I think we do need to go in here. Well, maybe not, but I want to, because I want to deal with Mickey and loot them. First, let's loot near now that we can. We have the Sword of Screams. I don't really use rapiers, and I don't want to be encumbered. Realistically, I should get myself... Oh, damn it. Some space. We have the Protecty Sparks wall. The heaviest thing we have is all of this poison. I'm not really using it. Let's send it to camp. Keep the healing potions, though. I'll keep the gold wormling stuff. There we go, now we have space. But we can send the food along as well. Specifically the heavy food. The salami, that can go to camp. Because yeah, all of these are nothing. Whenever you have a long rest, you have to drink a potion before you can move. I like that this one who died to, like, my Ray of Frost is still frozen. Like, specifically here. Absolutely frozen. Overnight. Here. Anyway, we have the Sword of Screams. We have a simple robe, don't need that. Disintegrating Nightwalkers. You cannot be enwebbed, entangled, or ensnared. You can't slip on grease or ice. And you have Misty Step. Jesus. What we have is enhanced jump distance, which is nice. But how often can we use Misty Step with these boots? Once per what? Short rest. I'm going to keep the Swearsy boots because we might put them on whenever we need to do jumping, but this, other than the acrobatics +1, this is just for utility and traversal, whereas this is like good all the time. Spider's Lyre. Did we not get one of those from Minthara? Thara. Yeah, we did. Now we have a second one. We don't need to, and they're not that expensive, but they're shiny, so I'm going to give one to Astarion. There's a broken moon lantern. Maybe we can fix that. I don't know.
Object catches your eye. A lantern, it seems. Though no light flickers within.
Wonder if that's one of those moon lanterns.
A thick layer of dust coats the bottom of the lantern.
Karlak, do you...
Damn. Too broken to help us through the shadows.
Right, it's for the shadows. So we'd want one before we travelled through the muck.
You see no burner or wick. It was not fuel that lit this lamp, but magic.
Examine the dust. Ah! I feel inspired to try again.
This is pixie dust, used to illuminate a lamp, or left behind after a pixie's death.
Probably the lamp thing, given this is a lantern. And lastly, we have a parasite specimen. Woohoo! Although we don't have a lot of choices. Oh, yes, we do. The red ones are the choices. Okay, that makes sense. But why is this grey? Was it the difference between active and... No, it's not. Well, I don't want it. When you bring a creature down to fewer hit points than your number of Illithid powers, it dies. That's just going to go up and up, isn't it? Because we currently have 4, and we're going to bring it to 5. When we bring something to 5 or lower, it dies. That's probably a good one. When an enemy within 9 meters casts a spell, you can smack them. That's good too. I think we'll probably go with one of these. I don't much like Transfuse Health. I'd only take that if I wanted to get one of these. I think I've said before that I like Ability Drain, but I don't know that it's that great on my Bard. Because it's attack rolls. And I've mostly been chucking cantrips around. Then again, there... Firebolt was an attack roll, but I can't remember if Ray of Frost is. Let's go with Cull the Weak. What was this one again? Charm an enemy that attacks you, preventing them from attacking you again. But then they can still do what they like to other people. It's not control, it's just smiling at them alluringly. Let's go with Cull the Weak. Is the suggestion here that we are putting more tadpoles into our brain? You're not spending any? You're not taking the powers? You're resisting the pull? Well, maybe you'll get a better ending than me. I'm sorry, Karlak. I hope we get to be happy together. Thing is, now we can loot this camp.
What's inside?
So we probably should at least give it a once-over. Why would you leave your stuff?
What now? Easy. A lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
A deed of ownership. A formal declaration of territory ownership by the Iron Hand Gnomes. Yeah, why would you leave that? Let it be known, from the Fardrim to the Firelands, from Morn Diver to the Spawning Deep, the Iron Hand Gnomes, with the blessings of the Shield of the Golden Hills, declare possession of the tunnels, open spaces, people, and contents of Underdark territory beneath the Western Heartlands. Ignore this deed under penalty of imprisonment or a very stern warning. Approved and signed, Wulbren Bongle. Okay, it was imprisonment or death, but I just don't think the gnomes are that capable.
Very well.
It's true, we did convince them to leave their slaves because they would be too much effort to bother with, but that doesn't mean it was intelligent of them. Potato, an apple, and a butter bun. Oh, hey, Drar! I never looted you. You have a fish. Yeah, it's interesting. Drower is also considered... Oh, no, he's not. I thought he was. Yeah, only Nier is considered poor form to steal from. Although it's inconsistent. Dalthar here is free to loot, but the javelin that fell next to Dalthar is property of those who no longer remain.
Anything of use?
A Harper pin. Oh, I'm having that.
What an odd emblem. Don't think I've seen it before.
It's a Harper pin. Creased letter. Scouting orders. Oh, man. Definitely want the Harper pin. That could help us later. It might have no actual role, but, like, that could be a thing where you could, you know, pretend you're a Harper with it. Jam. Like a phoenix from the ashes, Grimforge has risen from the dead. I've word of a drow cultist gathering Dwergar in the old city's halls. That the Absolute means to recruit them, I've no doubt. Yet it's what they might seek amidst the ruins that most troubles me. You've not failed me yet. Go to Grimforge, cling to Shadow, and bring word of the cult's intentions to Last Light. I will be waiting. Jay. Okay, where's Last Light? We need to go now. Need to remember Last Light.
More for me.
Speaking of javelins, your Karlach's javelin broke during your last big fight. Not sure what went wrong, but it didn't return to you, but you were able to go get it. Grefter warned me of that when I first grabbed the Pike of Returning in DMs. We haven't encountered it, so I never brought it up. But yes, apparently the returning function can be a problem if you, chuck it outside of combat before the combat starts, but use it to start the combat. Basically, if it transitions from out of combat to combat, it'll just forget to bring it back to you. Not all the time, but it can. It's kind of why I always start with Astarion. Stained cask. Oh, can we fucking mix up some beer? I don't know. An empty bottle should get filled. Ah! I don't know if we have one. Mug. Let's try the mug. Where's the mug? What do you mean invalid combination? That's just poor foresight. Well, if a mug doesn't do it, I don't know what will. So, the forge, the lost amulet that is apparently in lava. I don't know necessarily that that's a good idea. The Harper stash is now on the map, which is annoying because we've definitely already uncovered that. Yeah, unfortunately it seems to be an error whereby if you find the hint towards a treasure drop after you find the treasure drop, you can't clear the treasure drop from your map anymore. I mean, we could throw the mug at somebody if we ever wanted to commence an actual tavern brawl for our tavern brawler. I wonder what... Because I noticed that as soon as we finished the fight, this became illegal to touch. But it doesn't do anything that it didn't do before. I don't know why. Now, we've also got... We never jumped over here. There's not really much to do. Hello, gorgeous maroon dye. Never mind. An unfinished sending. A magical sending. Okay, not someone go off to the far plane. Hang on. What would this look like? Maroon. Oh! Keeping that.
Come on, let's go.
What's it do? Looking ahead.
Someone there?
What about your drow armor?
Time to dally.
Soldier.
Could also give it to Karlach, but I think Karlach's skin tone would be bad for this particular dye. Like, no matter what she's wearing, I think it would be a mistake to give her the maroon because she's already got red skin.
Delicious.
But it might make Astarion look funny. Oh yeah, that works. That suits his boots better. That's more important to me than
Still breathing.
it perhaps should be.
Despite
But
everything.
anyway. You said get Astarion to perform with the He doesn't seem to have it as a button. Oh, right, because it has its slot there. Well, he's trying, but I'd very much like him to stop now.
Can't give up now.
We should use the spider's lyre, actually. What happens if I perform? Oh, you whistle. Or sing. Oops. I would assume that someone who isn't proficient can't do that. Like, they can't perform unless they have the item. Increase that. Unfinished sending. A component of a magical sending, hastily scrolled and incomplete. Seal the lower temple. Grimforge taken by unknown force. Many soldiers, one face. Infernal. Their leader... The note cuts off abruptly, ink slashed through with blood. So we're probably going to be fighting demonic army remnants later into here. Like, we found that Maragon. But there's probably going to be more. Let's equip Minthara's spider lyre. I don't know whether it's important for anything, but it looks nicer than a standard violin. Play the spider's lyre. Well, anyway. Can't go over there. But yeah, there's definitely stuff. In fact, there's even a fast travel point right there. We just need to get over to it. I suppose a really big jump could do it, but more More likely it's going to have something to do with the pathway up here, along with the levers. There's probably some overhead stuff that you can do across.
Breathe deep and move.
Pretty much everything's viable to me except for the war drum, because I think that vibe more suits. And I like that this is a bard archetype in it, because it makes perfect sense. But like a battle timekeeper, like you know, soldier bard. We can actually go up here. Oh no, that's just a drawer. We've been there. Now I'd like to explore in here. Does Shadowheart have some form of like poison protector that she can put on somebody, or can she like prepare one if she doesn't? Protection from poison, 2nd level abjuration. Neutralize all poisons affecting it and grant it protection. This is what we want. Okay. We've not been using enhance ability. Throw it on me. Seems to just as a concentration? No.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Theoretically, I should be completely fine in these clouds, because they are
Should
poison
understand.
clouds. Got nothing anyway. No, I still got poisoned. It doesn't seem to be damaging anyway. The problem is we do in fact have a locked door. Can I do this anyway?
Turn should do it.
We seem to have the thieves' tools even though they're in someone else's inventory. Yep. Right. So how come they couldn't fucking open the door? Doesn't seem to have helped, though. And then the Grimforge leads to an ancient temple. So this is the bridge. Is this the unlock point that was supposed to fucking happen? Because someone told me when the Night Song one updated and said, hey, the bridge has been destroyed. Someone said, that's not supposed to happen now. Not sure how to dismiss the poison clouds. The fire clearly doesn't do anything. Or else it already would have. I kind of like to bring Shadowheart here. I also wonder if you can jump over there. But it does say invalid target. Yeah. So the temple being there, we can see it, but we can't do anything.
That's it. I can't jump any further.
Evidently not. So this is not the part. Oh, hello, there it is. That's going to be the forge, isn't it? Look at it. Also a mithril vein there. So we do want to get into this mess. Anyway. Just walk through it. It's interesting I can only find one dead gnome. Because I believe there were meant to be 2 bodies.
The corpse remains silent.
Fuck you, Wiki! More like... Dicky. Don't run into the poison room! And talk to Thrin? I don't think she's gonna wanna. Actually, she might, because I think she got killed by... Breathfire, did she?
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Yeah, I don't count as her killer. Did you have any valuables?
Boots. No. Thief.
Who'd you work for?
True souls. Near. Disciple.
Who's the disciple? Is that Nia?
Srel.
Ah.
Absolute's favorite. Speaks with general.
Who's the general? We can't ask.
True soul. Cave in. Trapped.
I like how there's basically no way that my natural way of playing this game could ever lead to me needing these answers, but they're still there. Like, because there are players, right, who would have just hostile the whole Dwergar, never had a conversation with any of them, and wouldn't know what the deal with the cave-in is. But then they could find out.
Eleanor Thrin.
Hey, you got a first name.
Sergeant. Absolute.
Sergeant Absolute.
The spell's power wanes.
God, that makes you sound so much cooler than you are. Okay, speaking of the boots, that reminds me of Thulla, which reminds me that we do need to go to the Myconid colony to turn in Nir's head. The thing is, I'd kind of like to reach this fast travel point before I go. We can just go back to this one, but still. Forward momentum, you know? So let's work our way to this fast travel point that I've already identified. And then once we get there, we'll zoom back and forth from the Myconids. First and fivemost. We'd like to get back up. What we had done was jump from here. Perfect. If I can do it, everybody can, because I don't have my jump boost anymore. Yep, there you go. Shadowheart with her power legs won't have any trouble anymore. Because we've never been up here. A Dark Justicia Helm. While obscured by shadow, you gain a saving throw when attacked. And you get con saves. Shadowheart, you might want that, although it does look like an idiot hat. How do you look? You already have head slot hidden because you've got this silly druid hat on, which is probably better for you, but I just want to see. How's this look? Yep, that's an idiot hat, alright.
Never a dull moment.
Shah's blessings upon you.
Nothing on the sad news about the broken bridge? Okay. So,
What's cooking?
we could Featherfall, but I don't know that anybody else could make that leap.
Is that blood?
And we also wouldn't be getting back.
Never mind.
Oh, no, we can. We can absolutely make that leap from here if we get Karlak to Featherfall us. However, let's take a look. We have been up here. We walked all the way there and looked around. There's more there. The question... Right, this is probably gonna get up to there, and then maybe you'd shoot the lever. But can we get the... It goes up there, and what does the other one do? Across. Yeah, okay. We don't really want it to be down, to be up. Having it over there is probably good, but I think... Oh no, because we can use this. Yep, that works. Okay.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
We don't need to use the feather fold, is the point. Oh, can we not? Maybe we can't. Shit. It's not too bad, actually, to get over there. The important thing is, thanks to that little jump shortcut, we do not have to go all the way to the northwest of the map. Well, that's what's important. I will point out, Blue Moon, that one has to be alive to be an idiot. In the present tense. Near is merely the memory of an idiot now. Actually, it will hurt us to go to jump down there. Alright. Shoot. Oh, fuck! Can you? Thank you. Alright, you're fine.
At least things have stayed interesting. Platform's covered in rust. Must be older than bone dust.
Good old long-arm Karlak. I should have lowered us down first. Good old long-arm Karlak. Huh? There.
Oh yeah.
Let's move. If not over, then through.
And that's pretty safe. So yeah, interesting. We have this mithril vein here. I wonder if we can walk amongst the lot. Hello. Animated armor. As in enemy? Or, well, we're not going to be able to reach them flat. We'd have to go all the way over there to get there. Let's start just by getting in here.
Don't burn yourself.
Who would? Assembling quite a collection of molds. I can't wait to drop them all, though, because fuck me, they're not light. But there's our ancient sigil circle. For in the dark, ancient forge. So these aren't people, these are empty suits of armor, but they do have invisible character models under the armor. I assume that's a fight. If it's animated armor, it hasn't got a soul. Maybe. And the forge is right there, but we're gonna explore around as best we can before we go. First, though, the mushy stuff. Oh, there you all bloody are. Right, of course, Thulla.
Fuller, somehow you look worse than last I saw you.
Thanks, boss. We'll be looking a lot worse if not for help from a friend.
Aye, same as us, I expect.
The Myconheads are trying to help, but I keep seeing my friends in Moonrise screaming.
We need to get back to Baldur's Ironhand to keep us safe. Thanks again for offing that drow. Only made it here because of you. But I can't stop thinking about the rest of us. Stuck in Moonrise with a bunch of sadists. Poor bastards.
I should speak up.
Half of what they're saying.
You saved my skin, but there's more bastards out there. For everyone you kill, pint on me.
No need for me to ask how you fared. Some of my kin have already made it here, safe and sound.
It's past time we were back in the city. But if you find yourself there, call on us. The Iron Hand gnomes are good friends to have.
What happened to Philomene? Your leader's still locked up.
I heard about Warbron. But the cause is bigger than any one of us.
Sorry, you have a cause?
You've made sure his work is done, even if he's not there to see it. He'd be grateful.
Is it the propagation of super explosives, or did I misread y'all?
Never thought I'd owe a bunch of mushrooms my life. Only wish the rest of my people were here.
I don't know half of what they're...
You've done so much. I hate asking for more. But you see more slavers. Burn them, skin them, make them hurt.
A little more rest and I'll be ready to get out of here.
Right.
Can't believe I'm saying it, but I miss the damn sun.
The circle lords you. Be welcome.
It sounded vaguely sarcastic at the end, but alright.
Have some rest. Maybe.
Peacebringer. Be at home.
Somebody order a skull. Still got drow guts around it, but there's a skull underneath. There he is.
The drow sought to shatter our circle. Now his flesh may feed its growth. In dealing death, you have brought this circle life, and thus we name you Life Chanter.
Life.
As our circle grows, so shall your song. Wherever you go, only listen, and you may hear it.
I feel like with their color schemes, these guys should be pride icons. We receive an Envoy's Amulet, which gives us a class action Voice of the Circle. 10 turns of a +2 bonus to persuasion checks. I don't think I need that. Kinda hurt, but I don't think I need it. Blooming Drow Head. A forest of mushrooms sprout from Nia's eyes, skin, and open mouth, cheerily feeding on clotted blood. What's weird is, it's not considered stealing for us to take it. We don't want it. But it's not considered stealing for us to take it. We've got a full tab of completed quests now. Most of which were actually completed. More than a full tab if we unfurl these two. Basically, it's just down to the forge now. It's the only thing we have left to do, and that's not really something we have to do, it's just something we're curious about. Nobody telling us to go there. Our obligations have concluded. We've helped everybody that asked for help. And we found the pathway we were looking for. Not that we're going to take it straight away. I may still end up using the lift, it's just, you know... I'll be going through the mountain pass first. When I reach the end of the mountain pass, then I'll be like, how do I want to enter the Shadow-Cursed Lands? The lift, or wherever I am now? Because yeah, I did double check, and basically what I was told was, yes, there is an area before the Shadow-Cursed Lands, past the mountain pass entry that I haven't taken yet. So it's the transition point after that one that leads to the same overall area that the Grimforge lift does. So we'll do that first. But before that, forge. I reckon we're gonna get into a fight with these guys. So before we go exploring, let's go at them. Hello, animated armor.
Nothing will stand in my way.
4 level 4s, each with enough HP to get 2-shot by Karlach. Do I want to cast a level 3 spell for that? Yes, because I've only been able to do it once before, and it's fun.
Can't slow down.
I guess we'll shoot. Can we? No. No, because we moved back. Never mind.
Hungry for the slaughter.
We're not gonna be meleeing anybody from this distance. You'll do. One day I'll remember to use Hunter's Mark.
Need to stay focused.
You just shoot somebody. I'm not too bothered by your attack, and you're not gonna hit anyway. Oh boy, howdy, aren't you? No.
Heating up.
I'll use a level 3 spell slot on me, but Shadowheart can wait. Let's get you forward.
Over there.
Yeah, pretty much. If I'm not interested in using her spell slots, then she's just hanging out, waiting for other people to do the job. And that's fine, I don't mind it, because Karlach does enough. We need to move more. There we go. Really, we should just go up the rope netting. Can't get the one around the corner, but we could just start ripping into the rest of these.
Want to do it?
One. Miss! Damn. There we go. I just don't feel right attacking them all with one health. They can't hit anyway. Fine, fuck you. They can't hit much anyway.
Alright, Karlak. It's go time.
It is. Let's get rid of this, shall we? Why does it provoke an attack of opportunity to throw? I don't know. We can't throw you, I assume. We can? Fuck, well, we missed it. But now we'll throw the one with 1 HP over at this one. There we go, they're dead. Oh, fuck's sake. There we go. I guess, no, they were throwable because it's not size, it's weight. It's weight, and that was an empty suit of armor.
What's in here?
So she can do it. Dark Justiciar Mask.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Are you ready for this?
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Shah's blessings upon you. Fine. What's on your mind?
Well, you look different, friend. I'm gonna not have her wear that.
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have. Never wanted the easy path.
Scale mail mold.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
All right. What now? Moving ahead. What's hiding here?
Where's the dead things? Oh, they all... Right, the fourth one went up here. I don't imagine they'll have much. They'll just have, like, the weapons and maybe the armor they were animated from, but no, we can't take the armor for some reason. It's funny how video games do that. Like, a video game can just decide arbitrarily what you can and can't loot from a body in order to keep things balanced, because in the tabletop, ostensibly, everybody that dies, it's just sort of unspoken that you can take anything that they had, which includes every single thing they are wearing. You wouldn't, but you can. Video games, they skip past that. They don't say, oh, you can take all this all this base-ass armor, you know? Like, you don't really miss it. But in a tabletop, if the DM said, no, you can't, you'd be like, fuck you. I'll strip him and take his clothes if I want. It's my game. What happens if I shoot the mithril vein?
Hey, good looking.
I do not know if the mithril vein can be conventionally reached, but it can be shot. It can. She'll go prone, but like if we feather fold, we could get her there. Actually, I think you should just walk. Yeah. Let's go explore that.
Let's ride.
Last ride of the day. Ready to burst. Lava balloon. Well, I don't love that. But let's not bring the group, because I do want to make sure nobody walks into the fire. Because that would be fucking stupid. But we have a fucking survival check, so now we're gonna have to send everybody over there to use their eyes. Get fucked.
There's no time to waste. Onward then.
Thank you. Yeah, Moronosaurus Rexus. There we go. Dig it. Scroll of Fireball in the middle of the lava pool. Funny. Purple fluorite shard. I don't know what the point of that is. Doesn't say alchemy, but we got it. Yeah, baby, we got it. Now. Bang! You get some mithril ore. I don't like the spelling of mithril in this universe. I don't mind M-I-T-H, but like that A just doesn't belong in the word. I don't mind if you throw a Y in there either, but A is just dumb. Non-trademark infringing mithril. Yeah. Guess that's why the halflings are halflings.
I've got a long road ahead. Can't slow down.
It's been a long road getting from there to here. But we are indeed at the forge now. What was the actual fucking intended path? Because I think it's just around here that everything's gone to shit, right? Like, was it always meant to be this overlift? Surely not. Surely you were meant to be able to walk from this area across to here. This staircase indicates it. Would have been through there. Forge Overlook
Forge
plaque.
your blade in the fires and raise it in the mistress's name.
Lil'Earl. Splint mold heavy, really. Scribbled note. Must find new sources. Nearby mithril veins are near depletion, and the quantities required for Brother Siluv's most recent project were considerable. Some of the acolytes have taken to calling it grim for the place it was made, though never within Brother Siluv's hearing. Of course. Praise be to the Lady of Loss. She has, through Sister Ansar, taught Brother Siluv the true nature of our lives. They are loss, nothing but lost.jpg. Through that sorrowful lesson he has turned from his fame and following and come to us, into the lady's loving embrace. But he has not left everything behind. The man once known as Siluv Yali brings with him his miracles of metallurgy. This dark alloy, adamantine, will let us spread the Dark Lady's will with new fervor. That's too heavy for me.
Go for a good meal.
Not too heavy for you. You got you picked up like 5 of these 10-pound fuckers. You gotta be pushing it now. Yeah, she's pushing it a bit.
No time to rest.
It's not that the mold is any heavier than other molds, it's that it's for heavier. Well, we're picking everything up. No doubt we're going to have a choice of which one to use, and then most of them will have been a mistake, but we're still picking them up. Now, we can go down to the forge, but we should probably go up here first. Forge construction log. This decaying tome details the scientific and arcane principles behind the Great Forge's construction. The results of multiple experiments are explained in exhausting detail. Hammer test 2.5.66.8. The forge is functional, but operating at a scant 1/3 of its full potential. At current fractalization values, the hammer can force various iron alloys into molds, but adamantine remains unmoved and unmarked. Increasing levels of hypo-torque to 6.94. Doubling magma heat values. Hammer test 2.6.70.0. Test unsuccessful. So hot was the magma that the adamantine shattered entirely under the force of the hammer. The properties of superheated adamantine are intriguing, but I seek to mold it, not to crush it. Maintaining hypo-torque levels. Reducing magma heat values by 1/5.
Let's have a look.
Incense. It gave me a drink button. All we have left to do now is go this way. But there's still a lot of places to go as well as just this forge. It's just fucking precarious. Deeply precarious. My God. This is where I would generally study a map carefully and closely, but I can't because of the ever-loving fog of war. Still. You missed something amazing from this place. Well, if I look like I'm about to leave, feel free to tell me if I'm missing something, but right now we just got here. Lava does tend to add the tedium, yeah.
Centuries of blazing heat have smoothed away the...
Smoothed away the what?
Centuries of blazing heat have smoothed away the plaque's inscription.
Right, she was allowed to finish that time. What happens if you create water on top of the lava? Does it, like, Minecraft it and turn it into solid rock? Or does it just evaporate the water because, nah, bitch, we're not going to program that in? What do you think this is, Game of the Decade? I suppose I can spare a Shadowheart spell slot when we get there. Oh, hello. Wait, Astarion took fall damage? From that? That said, why do I feel like a Balrog's going to attack us? Gale, you might be up for a heroic sacrifice here. I'll fetch you out of camp just so that you can... tussle with a fire demon. I'm thinking go here after we've gone around. Right, it's the fact that the lava is moving. Yeah, that's probably enough to... Because, yeah, we can't get over there just yet. Probably from that spot. But over here, yes. We'd need Elminster. Somehow I don't think we've got the credentials to get his help just yet. We could jump there, but I don't know that there's any, like, practical reason to. And he's going to quick save because we are near Larvar. Oh! Well! Oh, these guys are crap. 12 HP each? Bet you they explode. When the Mephits the exploders? Yep. That's why we didn't go over that one. But let's see how close they get to us. Heat metal? Oh, you saved. Well, let's not talk about funny weapons I haven't found yet. Or anything I haven't found yet. Right, you guys are all up in our business, so to speak. Let's pop a disengage. Really, we can just heal afterwards. But let's still pop a disengage. Go up to this high point. Don't know why that happened. Oh, concentration thrown fire damage, that'd be it. Whatever. Do you have any advantage? Well, regardless, we'll kill the far away one. Probably actually going to hurt me, but I can take it. Whoa! More! That's hardly sporting. I'll cut those words.
Defeating thee would soil my hands.
Well, she's still got her throwing thing. How do these guys fare against frost? Yeah. Not big fans is the damn answer. Really doesn't hurt much when they boom. Disadvantage no matter what, but I'll still shoot one. That'll be that then.
Focus.
We could shatter these two down there. Spirit Guardians. Was that level 2 or 3? The problem with running around hurting things is all of this... I can't really reach them. And Karlak's about to fucking unleash. Bye.
Watch this.
Rar. She does, but she still has a 90% hit chance, like, at all times. Actually, can she throw the method? Yes. That basically works. That one's prone. That one's over there. That one's over there. I should try throwing them at the chasm. Why? That would just delete one when I can deal with both. Also, they have wings. I don't know if putting them in a chasm actually does anything. I'm certainly not gonna do that for free. There's two down there. That one's dead. Okay, let's get the 11 HP one. Toss it at this one. Well, we missed, but we still killed the one we threw. That's why, yeah. If your enemy is light enough that your thrower can throw the enemy, always. No matter what situation, always throw the enemy, because even if you miss the throw, the enemy you're throwing is still going to get fucked up. It's 2 attacks in one, best case, 1 attack in one, worst case, as opposed to throwing something at the enemy, which if you miss what you're throwing, nothing happens. If it's the last one on the table, maybe, but
What should I do?
I don't want to waste a turn.
Can't give up.
If you want to experiment, feel free to load up a save.
Still on my feet.
Do they not have a turn just there?
I won't give in.
They didn't. I don't know why. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna frost ray that one. I don't need the Luck of the Far Realms, I don't think. Definitely not. Because they just spawned, I see. Alright. Throw you. Doesn't appear to be allowing it. You must need... Oh, hang on. Nope, that's just to the ground of the bridge. You must need a destination point. I believe you can shove when they're up against an edge, but I wouldn't have... This one's not at an edge.
Easy.
Right, are we still burning? Some of us are. Can we get out of the fire? Let's go over here. Let's just go over here. Get out of the fire. Let's all get out of the fire so that we do not fucking die. Alright, Bard song. That's better! No more surprise pop-ups either. I was wondering if we killed all of the current spawned ones faster than they had reinforcements like waiting, if we just get thrown back into combat, but we seem to be alright. Casualties. One of Shadowheart's level 2 slots, that's it. So I don't need a long rest yet, but I will after the next fight, because Carly's only got one rage left.
What to do? What path lies before me?
Off I go then. Yeah. Speaking of alchemy, we should press that magic button. Where the fuck is the alchemy? Right, I think I need to do one person's inventory for alchemy. Yes. Nope, that's a lithid. Here we go. Extract all. Ka-chunk. Nocta suspension. Anything else? Elixir of guileful movement. What do I do? Doesn't fucking tell us. Doesn't fucking help. A lot of these don't tell you what they do. Congratulations, share or shut up. Immune to difficult terrain. That doesn't sound that interesting. Movement increases do, but... we'd need to plan it around difficult terrain. The problem for something like that is that once combat has started, you're committing an action to drink in the footer. That's an action you could spend trying to close the distance, at least. So things like that, to me, are great for pre-planning, but not for reacting, and on a first playthrough, you're going to be reacting all the time.
Breathe quiet. Move with care.
Yeah, maybe if a fourth person told me the same piece of information, then I'd actually listen, but since there were only 3 of you that said it, I'm just going to ignore that.
How much further can I go? Open up.
Wait, let's not jump in the lava. Realistically, this game is so full of tiny items, and I'm not much of an item-based gamer. I pick everything up, I just don't use it because the game's not hard enough to warrant putting the mental energy into remembering that these options exist. Does that make sense? Like, there are some players who really take to that stuff. People who like the oils and poisons and stuff in The Witcher 3. You know what I did in The Witcher 3? I turned the difficulty down and just smashed everything because it was easier. Literally. But I find games that rely heavily on consumables to be stressful because I don't like using things that I don't get back. Because, like, hey, that worked once. Now I don't have it anymore. I much prefer games with, like, replenishable resources like spells. That's why I use spells, but I don't use items. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the... I think that's how Monster Hunter works. You have a bunch of items, and you're always using items. So that's why I never played that. Don't walk in the lava! Okay, it's fine. You like punching and exploding, which is why you missed a barrel. Well, I haven't found a barrel, but I'll try not to explode it before I have the chance to see what's in it. Without an arcane Pell caster. What, chucking Cardinal George Pell at people? That is horrifying. I wouldn't want to have a sex pest thrown at me. Don't mind that, that's an Australian joke. You develop... Yeah, see, that's the thing. If you get into the habit of using stuff, then it can become part of your kit. And it's good that this game has so many things in it. But...
I just want a little look.
You don't, need to use anything in the end. Like, we got used to throwing with Karlach, and that's all we do now.
What's hiding here?
Yeah, Guambush is the same way. The elixirs of giant strength are basically just cocaine for some people. I have not used a single one. Will I? Probably not, because I don't want to keep track of it.
I wonder if the gods are watching me.
See, the thing is, what does that help you do? It makes you stronger, sure, which is battle help, but my strength-based people are already there. It allows you to carry more things. Okay. I guarantee you, the second I'm playing this game on my own and I'm not streaming it, one of the first things I'm going to do is going to download a mod that completely removes inventory limits. No hesitation. The only reason I don't do that for this stream playthrough isn't because I don't want people to know. It's because I don't play this every single day, therefore it doesn't bother me enough to make me go to the effort of finding the mod. Well, we already have, not as good as that, because it's not 21, but we have 19 strength on Shadowheart because she's wearing the Club of Hill Giant Strength. So we've sort of got that permanently on her, and that's much better in my opinion, because you don't have to manage it. That's what I prefer. I prefer less management. Well, depending on my game. If I'm playing a tactical game, sure, but I wouldn't play one of those on stream. That's the thing, I'd probably play this game with a bit more tactical management and be willing to do that if I wasn't playing it on stream. But I don't like to think too hard on stream because I talk to people and my attention is divided. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm gonna simplify things if it's a streamer. Anyway, we have Scroll of Pointed Finger, a Banishment, Phantasmal Killer, and Speak with Dead. We don't need those, but we'll always take them. Something, something, the dopamine of hoarding. Grimforger History. I don't know if we've read that. We might have. I think we did. Well, we have 2 copies now, so yeah, I think we did. Yeah, and I haven't sold scrolls yet, but if I ever really need money, that's the first thing I'd do. Part of the reason, actually, why I haven't sold these scrolls, if you think about it, is because my current money is almost 10 fucking pounds, and if I sold the scrolls, believe me, the weight in coin would be a lot more than the weight in paper. Yeah, there's also that thing of, oh, hey, I could really use a certain spell right now. Shit, maybe I have it. Like Misty Step. The one time we used a scroll in this game was Scroll of Misty Step for what's-his-ass. Bibberbang Man. I like how we have these giant explosions and they leave one little chunk of ore.
Always room for more.
Always room for more ore! The Lady's Worshippers, a registry of proud followers recruited by her loyal paladin Ketheric Thor. Pages upon pages of names fill this book. Some are only nicknames, others consist of multiple noble titles. All of them are scratched out and annotated with no longer. Not really a book, but I just like collecting. Part of my role-playing is that my character collects every bit of lore and knowledge, regardless of whether it's a proper book or just like a piece of admin. He's an archivist. If he ever gets Mordenkainen's mansion, he would create a library out of it. Yeah, that's it for this this section to the right. Meaning we now have to go into this central area, but there's more down there. I don't necessarily want to start the forge up until everything else is done, but we do have to approach.
This must be the forge. What a sight to behold.
Crucible. Does that thing go ka-thunk onto there? It's also a lower level. But let's skip past it for now.
Quite the lively little pond, aren't you?
Right! This is the... Oh, Jesus.
Best get in and out.
The presence of this creature makes the lava bubble and it's your fault! You're the bloody bastard! You also... Well, I don't like that range. But a hasted rage and Karlach
These boots have seen everything.
might be able to delete you before you can have one of those heely-deely turns. Let's quick save. Try and get in this mess. Thing is, I might want to start... I don't know, I'm thinking of like... Could we precast haste and rage? But she needs to be in combat to rage, so no, we really can't. Crit Ray of Frost, yeah. Basically, the thing I'm thinking of is like... We'd be set to burst him down on turn 2, not turn 1. Also, I have a bit of an issue getting there. Hang on, let me just quick say, can everybody just leap to this section?
To press ahead.
Without burning.
If everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine.
Wait, is that just me? No, I wanted to get everybody.
Don't be shy.
Oh no, we are, yeah, we're all sneak, He might be seeing us anyway, because he might have good eyes, but we're all sneak.
By the hells, a lava elemental. No wonder the lake's so volatile.
Wait, you're not angry? Oh god, you're about to... Get out of the boomy. Get out of the Oh, alright. Why aren't you mad? Now I have to deal with the moral dilemma of whether it's alright to attack you. Because, like, this area would be considerably less of a dick if you were dead. But if you're not aggressing, well then... Fucking ethics. Let's go. It's chip damage, you can do it, you can live with it. At least you can get to the high ground, that's not bad. Because yeah, there's an awful lot of things I'd go looking around at if the elemental were not with us.
Hardly a challenge.
Oh! Failure! Again? What is this? Better!
Still breathing, despite everything.
That is a busy... hang on. We know this is the quest item. This is the amulet that we were looking for. We can speak to it. We can use it to cast Shatter, and if we are a monk, we can use it to restore our key. But we're not a monk, and we don't have a monk, so that one's useless. And Shadowheart has Shatter. I don't know that this is useful beyond story, but... Oh!
The amulet is heavy, but holds a subtle warmth, like it was left under the sun. Suddenly, the metal surges with heat. You feel great power and an overwhelming urge to laugh.
Can thou endure?
What's happening?
The urge to laugh intensifies. Talking jewelry, that's hilarious.
Endure!
In enduring grow strong. Row, row, fight the laughter. I feel like this is a disaster. Just!
The laugh urge fades. A quiet power spreads from hand to head and down to your feet.
Thou hast done well. For what is a laugh, if not one step toward madness?
What is a laugh? The wanna?
Return me, take me home.
Country roads.
And thou shalt glow with blessings.
Where's home?
To thy granddaughter, Shira Clawen, serves Ilmata Shida. She
Oh,
waits
poor
in
thing.
Worm's Crossing. Take me there, and thou shalt bathe in her golden gifts. Oh,
Yeah, don't phrase it like that. That makes it sound like she's gonna piss on me. Are you a ghost?
a ghost? I am sunlight on water, dew on grass. Sharons broke my body, but my spirit they could not. Well, not completely. Thou shalt return me home. It is written.
That thing's tainted. Better to leave it than bear a dead man's grudges.
Just wants us to take it home. What is this? Yeah. What are the intentions of this entity? Because I will freely admit that momentarily I just forgot that NPCs are in fact allowed to lie to you.
Beneath the rampant joy, you sense the monk's fear and sincerity. He doesn't wish to harm you. That doesn't mean he won't.
Alright, sincerity.
Etched on its face is an image of the dawning sun.
Checks upon checks upon checks upon checks. And all of them bone easy.
You recognize the symbol. It belongs to those sworn to Lathander, god of dawn and renewal. Whatever madness
Lord of the morning
spirit suffers was inflicted by Lathander's enemies,
I don't like it
followers
much.
of Shah. And this madness may flow into you.
I'm all for a good boy, but we can be a good boy in the evening, motherfucker.
I shall walk with thee. I shall grant you my power.
I'm not putting you on my neck, but I will bring you with me.
You feel a chuckle coming on, but it soon fades.
Lae'zel, you can carry the amulet. If there's anybody in our group who needs a fucking laugh once in a while, it'd be you. Yeah, I wonder what equipping it will necessarily do. I prefer my healing words, but... For story reasons, we haven't been using mass healing word, and we have healing word ourselves. Why don't we put this on just to see if anything interesting happens narratively?
Not born here, but tragedy.
The amulet's spirit lingers, making everything seem a little more vibrant. You must succeed a whiz save when using its power, or you will become hysterical. Well, I don't know that we're going to use its power, really, but it would be a fun one for a monk, because it's with the key restoration. Anyway, yeah, we don't have to fight you. That's weird. So we have a bit of a dilemma here, because, like, to properly fully explore this area, we'd be leaping around and having to dodge the lava bubbles, which isn't terrible. But there are some things to get. I think the best thing to do would be to just send one person, Karlach, for the movement. And to, you know, look for items, because I did see, like, a green halberd somewhere. But we could attack this thing if we wanted. I just don't think we need to. I was expecting it to attack us when it saw us, but it's not even caring about us looting. Of course, we do have the issue of getting back. In fact, no, we don't. No, we don't. You know what? Let's just not be an idiot.
Here goes nothing.
That is how you get back. Yeah, no, I could absolutely destroy it, but it would make the traversal slightly better, but we've already done the hard bit, and Karlach can definitely take the lava bubble dodging. It's the sort of thing I would do if my character were more interested in wanton slaughter, because it would probably be an interesting fight archetype to experience, but we don't need to in this room. It's just a +1. Yeah, sorry, but there was no way out of that one. We might just... Because, like, ostensibly I would have done a long rest after fighting this thing, because it would have been Karlach's last rage charge. We might just do a long rest after Karlach gets back from the, What are you doing? Oh. Oh, it makes sound effects as you get closer. Hey, buddy. I just mean Karlach's health is probably going to drop below half. Yep. Ow. Did not mean for her to walk into that. Where the hell is Second Wind? There it is. Adamantine key. It's probably for that. I do like that they put keys. Like, everybody's going to be lockpicking, but they put keys anyway, just in case, for whatever reason, you don't. In fact, it did have pretty high difficulty threshold, so makes sense. Alright, let's get you back to this. I think that was everything. If it isn't, then fuck it, but... I'm reasonably sure. As reasonably as I am willing to be while the lava is bubbling and the creature is alive.
Light on my feet.
It's interesting that it requires a loading screen there when we can just move the camera over there without a loading screen. Don't talk to Shadowheart. Fuck.
Shah's blessings upon you.
Let's not talk on a chasm.
Best be on my way.
You coming?
A long way to go still.
Don't be shy.
Let's get going. With haste.
That was not a super smart jump, but we're going to bed anyway.
Yes?
What are you thinking about?
You got very fucked up, are you alright? So did Barkus leave?
Let's see what this
Nope,
does.
he's still with us. Wonder how long he'll be with us for.
Thank you for agreeing to...
He's still just hanging out with Astarion all the time. Nightly R? It does sound restful. They don't seem to be sleeping in comfortable positions or on comfortable material, but they do seem to get a lot of fulfillment out of that long rest. To the point where I'm slightly jealous. I do like the new sound from that spider's lyre. Okay, we're here at the forge proper. I will explore around the area because there's like bits down below, but we'll see if we can get this thing to work after my food break, because we are at the halfway point of this stream. But I think this is the last thing we need to do in the Underdark. We've already explored that stash, so it will be time to change course and go for the mountain pass afterwards. If I am lucky, we can do the rest of the forge stuff tonight and then do mountain pass on Friday, but we'll see. Did I quick save just there? I did. I'll be back.
going.
Hello, friends. So we have a forge. I don't quite see the way down. We got these 4 corners, nothing interactable on them except for the lever here. We have a mold chamber, a crucible, a mold ejection lever. We're allowed to walk down there. But I don't see a sensible or logical path that isn't featherfall. But the problem with feather falling down there is the getting back up of it all. Which we could fast travel, but that does seem a little silly. Suppose I could start messing with the machine first. Insert item. Mithril ore.
Insert the mold. It's full.
Mithril ore. So this would be to get the mold out if you decide to use a different mold. And then that would use the forge. Specifically, what does the quest say? Activate the forge. So what molds do we have? Did I ever pick one up? I think I may have picked one up, but it's tough to say because I don't have a lot of space. Karlak has most of them. I don't know that she has all of them. Karlak has a scimitar, mace, splint armor.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
We do have heavy armor proficiency on Shadowheart, but we've never given her the actual heavy armor. But I don't know where the scale... There it is. We have scale, mail, and shield. Shield, no.
Watch your back.
What am I to do?
Let's march.
I think that's all of our mod. Let's actually pile them on Shadowheart, poor thing. Because I want them all to be in one identifiable place.
Whatever comes.
She's definitely encumbered, but it's temporary. I do not believe we have a mold in our inventory at all. If we did, it would have shown up at the top of when we sorted by weight earlier. And no, the heaviest thing we have is our alchemy pouch. So,
Don't touch me.
don't tell me not to lick. We do have Lump's horn. Of course we do. We haven't called Lump yet.
Looking ahead.
I always thought it would be something to save for a more chaotic fight later in the game. Or to summon him to a funny place, like, for example, the Underdark. What would be the worst possible roll? I mean... something akin to failing the Make Kim dance check in Disco Elysium. You can only use Lump's horn in Act 1. That sucks. Well, we've still got some Act 1 left. So yeah, we have mace, long sword, shield, scimitar, scale mail, and splint mail. We have another piece of mithril ore, though. But we could use this. I'm going to go the scale mail. This bit is annoying. Big bang! What if you were standing on that? Would you get splattered?
That did the trick all right. And down it goes.
Yeah, so now we have a lava valve and platform control.
I'll give it a shot. Mold and metal. But something's still missing.
I'm missing heat. Lava.
Of course you'd know that.
Just a step.
Platform control probably take us back up. Lava valve, however. Does anybody have any ideas what lava valve might do? Don't strain your brains thinking too hard on it. But feel free to offer suggestions. Doesn't seem like there's any secrets to jump to. Demon Dragon, you rolled 2 natural ones on advantage. Yeah, that's... I hope you had inspiration. What? There was a big robot. There it is. Hey Lump, I've got a party for you. Hey, maybe we can talk with this guy actually. Alright, probably not. Oh, piss off! Where are the others? He's fucking rude!
Let's go.
Get out of there. It's just Karlak, yeah. Alright, we're fine. She's encumbered, that's not great. But it's just movement speed. She can still act fine, and she doesn't need to move much. 300 wanking health!
Where do I go from here?
Where do we go from here? Now, what's more important, casting haste or summoning an ogre troop? I feel like summoning Lump here is actually going to cause Lump problems, because I reckon he's going to walk through the lava. I don't care, though. This might be the last Act 1 fight, so I'm going to summon Lump. But I'm going to haste Karlak first. Summoning Lump is free? Oh, okay. Trust you. Okay. That might not have been the best time to summon Lump. I think that I'm going to reload that, because while that was fucking hilarious, it was also functionally useless. And I would rather get to summon him later, if I get the chance. It's possible that Act 1's done and I won't be able to anymore, but I'm not keeping that. Lump, aid me! Oh! Oh dear. They were just a pile of melted meat. They landed on each other and everything. Could we turn the lava valve again? Would that fix it? Can we get rid of the hazard? Shadowheart could do that. Although I guess she should heal. It will recede over time. Okay, well, 300 HP. We don't need to summon lump turn 1. That certainly was a lump. Like, there was no fucking false advertising in what appeared when I summoned that horn. That was definitely a lump. It wasn't a lump of anything useful, but it was a giant fucking lump. So I kind of want to see... Oh! It did sort of just move there, didn't it? Still there, but... doesn't look as scary for all of a sudden, which is weird, because no time has advanced. Anyway, haste. Let's not be standing at the edges, by the way. Let's move into like an area that we won't get knocked out through. Haste. Carla. Yeah, we'll move into like here. And we'll also healing word Harlak. We'll do it at level 2. Because she is missing more than 10 health. Do for us.
Go for the throat.
That's the plan. We cannot reach you. So you're superheated. What does that consist of? Exposure to lava has softened its body, which means it's vulnerable to bludgeoning. Oh, I see. So your resistance to piercing. Bludgeoning is doubled. Well, my thrower is going to have a field day with that. It's immune to fire and lightning and poison and radiant and psychic. It's resistant to cold. So we shouldn't use cold lightning on it. It is immune to damage when it is not in the lava. I like damage. Bludgeoning. Astarion simply cannot provide bludgeoning, so he's just going to have to deal with the resistances. Nothing else we can do about that. Only cantrip he has is fire, and that's not going to help. As a monk, this was very easy. Yeah, as a not monk, doubt I'm going to have that joy. But we do have Thrower Karlak, and that is going to have an effect. Threat assessment, prime target. I think you're going to change your mind.
I'm ready.
You're going to get out of the way. That's what you're going to do. What do we have that she can do that's going to be useful? Lightning is not going to be useful. Shatter is thunder damage. That isn't on his list of immunes. Is it? It's on his list of resistances. It's not on his list of immunes. The only thing he's currently vulnerable to is bludgeoning. I think throwing the pike... Does that deal piercing because it's this pokey stick? Be the perfect time to throw a chest, actually. Do we still have one? I think we only have the one that we can't afford to throw. Was Radiant on your immune list? Yes? Yes. No Radiant, no Lightning. cold. Yeah, there's no vulnerability amongst the... Really, I'm just going to have her use Shatter because I don't have a better idea. Because she can at least use the damage up thing. Yeah, that. The roll of 16 needs 15 to save, so we have a chance of this actually helping. Small chance. We could summon a bludgeoning spiritual weapon. Such as, this maul. That's a good idea. Casting at level 3 does nothing. It would need to be level 4 for that to matter. Oh, we probably should have moved it a bit closer. It can fly there, though. That might work. No? Yes? There? No! Fuck you. Fine. Float menacingly.
My turn.
Sure is. Okay. Get mad. Good shit. We do have a sturdy wooden chest, which would bludgeon it as opposed to stabbing it. I'm going to start with this. It's the only real heavy thing that we have to bludgy throw. I guess there's the mithril ore, but it only weighs a pound. Let's throw this because it's empty and it works. It's probably going to burn up, but fuck it.
My little trick.
Oh god, of course we did. Right, returning pike it is. Good start, Karlak. That was better. Right, it does hurt it. Nearly 100 damage in turn 1. I'd call that good enough.
I'm ready. Talk to me.
Away you go, sir. What do you feel like doing? Come on and slam! And miss. Are you still... Yep, you still got all your considerations. That's good. 100 damage, turn 1, with 2 missed on Karlak. Yeah, look, we know what we're doing. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but... You're stuck here now. Don't really want you in melee range with it, but it's going to be angry at Karlak anyway, because she's going to go last. Honestly, I think he should just attack. 45% chance isn't great, but... You dealt 2 damage. Woo!
Nothing important is ever easy.
What does Dissonant Whispers deal? Is that something that can hit it? Psychic. Don't think it is. Nope, its brain is completely isolated. I don't think it can be fucking scared either. I'd be very surprised if it was capable of being scared. Doesn't say it can't be, but I'd be very surprised. Heat metal won't work, fire. Also, I don't know that it has anything it can drop. Yeah, there's really nothing spell-wise that we can do. Except for haste more people. But I don't know that non-Karlak entities could really benefit that much from the haste. Wait, no, cold! How did I forget about that? It's resistant, it's not super good, but... Yeah, no, I can just use my Ray of Frost. Also, haste is concentration, so yeah, we'll just... 50-50 shot at making it go brr. Didn't go brr. Did not go brr. Burger. I was saying burger.
Shall we cut and run?
What did you just say? Cut. Okay.
Got to keep fighting.
This fucker isn't going to be able to hit again. Oh, no, no, now it can. Good. Go. Bang! For 5 damage.
Let's finish this.
Really glad Karlach exists. You can keep shattering, I suppose, but we need to make sure we only shatter the enemy. And we don't want to shatter the pipe. That would probably break the... Hang on. Yeah, that's getting tagged in. Mostly I just don't want that to break the machine and then rob us of our ability to forge something. Who doesn't? Shut up, no way. What happens if we cover it in water? Then we'd harden its body and that would be a mistake. You know, she does deal bludgeoning damage. We could just run up and whack it. Here, go up and daze the target. Fuck it. Fuck it, run up and whack it. Help Astarion out. I don't think the cutting words are going to bring that down. Whoa! Yep. Yep, that was a good call.
Now this is my happy place.
It's within opportunity range. That's annoying. So we'll just throw from right here, I guess. Anyway, so she's hasted with a bonus action, so we now get to throw 5 times. Let's see how much of its 200 we can take away. So it's 200. Solidly 200. 5 Karlach throws. What can this wonderful force of nature do in 1 turn? Did I just hurt one of my friends? No, no, no. She just lost the prime target thing. Three! Four! Five! Oh my god. So that's 172. Now, if you're sitting here as an enterprising young Baldur's Gate 3 player and you have not yet been introduced to the power of a throw build, consider this a primer on why. Now, admittedly, this is bludgeoning damage. I noticed that. The returning pike is hitting piercing damage and bludgeoning. Tavern Brawler is causing bludgeoning, I think. Yeah! That's a lot. Makes sense. Because, like, we can even see it because the pike gets thrown right, but it still falls on people. In fact, it's because it's so long, it was actually smacking around Starion and Karlach, but not for very much. It was, like, collateral damage, which doesn't matter. So this thing's now prone of all fucking things. And everybody's tapped, so it is going to get another turn, but it's not going to get another turn.
Let's have some courage.
Honestly, I would be tempted if I had all the time in the world. If I were going to do like you know how they do that solo tactician, like they do that thing where they do a challenge to have no companions? Karlach Origin and just that build. Just the returning pike, by the way, you buy from the goblin camp, so don't fight the goblin camp until after you've bought from their trader.
Concentrate.
Yeah, we don't need any healing. You just stand still.
Got this.
Alright, Grim. What are you gonna do? That. You're gonna do that. Karlach is attacking Grim, but is missing. We could use Reckless. We don't need to. Oh, it's attack of opportunity, of course. So Starion got one as well.
This is gonna feel good.
It fucking is. Let's finish this. That ain't finishing it. Let's finish this. That ain't finishing it. Let's finish this. That's finishing it.
There. It's done. Good.
A grim fate. Kill the adamantine golem without using the forge hammer. Oh. Right, that would, yeah. Huh. Shit. That explains that, because yeah, if I did not have Karlach, I have no idea, because yeah, like, that's a lot. There are a lot of character builds and team builds that would simply be unable to do this fight. Through no fault of their own, but like, you have one path. The only thing that works is bludgeoning damage, and you don't necessarily go up with every source available. Like they could throw anything at you in this game that is immune to everything except one good solid path. So of course they give you a way to make it go away. So it becomes a kiting battle. You just get everybody over there, and because this thing is going to walk up to you, you get it to stay. Yeah, that's really clever. Unfortunately for the intended gimmicky fun path, my girlfriend is broken. And I'm proud of her. Using the hammer summons methods. Is it going to do that now while I'm forging things? Good.
That put the wind back in my sails. Ooh.
Chest survived. Fun fact, I almost dealt as much damage as the hammer. Well, 300 HP, yeah. Last time you left Karlach up... Wait, to chuck things from the top of the... Oh, Jesus. Yeah, like, that's the thing about this game. You only get one surprise with these bosses. Every time you play this in future, you know that it's coming, and you will set up increasingly complicated bullshit to make it much easier. Or, if you fail the first time, you can always reload and then prepare.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Like how its legs come off. Grim Skull Helm. You cannot have crits landed on you. You get resistance to fire damage. And it's heavy. It gives you Hunter's Mark. Is Karlach wearing any... No, she can't put armor on, can... No, maybe she can now. Did we stop relying on that boost? Yeah, because right now we have medium armor on her. Does wearing a heavy helmet kill the dex bonus? Or is it that she just can't? She just can't, okay. Shadowheart could. It lowers her healing ability in exchange for some defenses. Maybe not perfect. Yes, she is. Stop saying that. Oh, it's comparing it to me. I don't know why it does that when I'm clearly looking at Shadowheart's inventory. But it is. This is nice, I just don't think it fits anybody's... Really, what we should be doing is keeping stuff like this for, like... the next time I go into camp, I should just give good gear to my backup team. Especially because if we're going to go to a Githyanki Crèche, we're probably going to bring Lae'zel out. And she can probably wear this very well. First, let's finish with this forge. Then we might do a camp...
Time to press ahead.
Survey of... Should I be doing the lava valve again, or should I just do the forge lever now? Pick up the forged item. Okay, where? Right. Maybe I have to bring the lava back, but... No, that did it. Adamantine Scalamale. We crafted something of legend. If we find more ore, we could do it again. But where is it? Armor class is 6 when contained. All incoming damage is reduced by Uno. When a melee attack hits you, the attacker is sent reeling for 2 turns. Stealth checks are no longer your thing, baby, and you cannot be crit. Fuck. You're in Act 3 and you've still got it on. What dies do I have?
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have.
Drake. Pink and leaf green that... Harlequin black and white. We have 5 of this Drake stuff.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
I wish you could preview. Combine. Oh, yeah. This looks nice by default, but I want to actually we quick save and then you can preview by quick saving. Oh, she looks beautiful. Right, it's got red in it, but the red is working because it's not the major color. It's working with her skin tone instead of, like, overdoing it. Like, it's going down through the middle, it accentuates with the tail. She's my knight in shining armor. Got 5 of these, we could do the boots as well. Didn't do as much there, but brought the colors in line, I guess. So the other molds, because I believe we got 1 piece of mithril ore.
What to do?
What did we get? 2. No, we just got... That's adamantine slag. Too small in damage to be of any use. Don't think I need to keep those.
Let's get on with it.
We have 1 more bit of mithril ore.
What's cooking?
Just fucking figure out that we have this and put it in. Successful insertion. Very good.
I wonder what the next move is. The mold and metal aren't much use without heat. The lava.
Oh, do I need to get... Right. So the question is what else we want to make. I don't think we want any of these weapons. And the reason why is because Shadowheart's club here we're using for the strength increase, not for the weapon itself. Karlach will only be using returning weapons from here on out. And I'm using a staff for the cantrip. So we could get splint heavy armor to maybe give to Shadowheart. Or we could get a shield for Shadowheart. But we can only get one. The heavy armor might be best here? Because we're not spending a whole lot of time with her using her melee gear. She's holding this for the strength, but she's usually spelling. Armor will keep her safe. That's everything. I think we need to hit the lava valve again, though, don't we?
Onward in her name.
Or do we need to smack it first? No, I think we need a lava first. Can we all stand still now that we're on safety platform? Destroyed the adamantine slag. The mold's doing okay.
If not over, then through. Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Starion, that scared the shit out of me.
There is work to do. I'll grab that.
You will. Thou art encumbered. Let's drop these molds. Their job is done. All incoming damage reduced by 2. Reeling. Disadvantage on stealth checks. Attackers can't land crits. No AC bonus from dexterity. I think that actually lowers... No, because the shield is adequate. Yeah, 20. Yeah, you can just do double. I wanted to see the other outfit, to be honest. Still not...
Can't give up now.
A color that I prefer. The gorgeous maroon might work on her as well, but I only have one. I only have 2 more of that, and I want to save them for my shit. The hammer does 12d8 damage. Uh-huh.
What's next, I wonder?
Very normal.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
Let's try Harlequin black and white. That suits her, I think. You know, I'm not enamored. Barely changed it is the main issue I have there. Felt like a waste of an item. Suppose if I don't want to reload constantly, what I should do is try all of them on her, and then reload, and then apply the one I like. That would be smarter. Yeah, the Drake is just good.
Don't burn yourself.
The girls look similar now, but that's okay. Did I press a wrong button? I've got the... How do I...
Enough sitting around. Let's go hurt someone.
I didn't mean to hit that. Home. It's nowhere near where I pressed a button. Whoa! No, that's still weird. It's not... It's... I need it to not be top down.
Careful, I bite.
There it is. Oh.
I've got a long road ahead.
Well, anyway.
Ready, whatever it takes.
With haste.
Everybody now has a dyed outfit. I'd say we look very cool. Everybody loves me except Astarion. Karlax pulled ahead of Shadowheart in the adoration. Astarion is still just sitting there with his arms crossed, pouting. Are we done? We're done. Like, done. Not a moment too soon. Actually, I still have time. Now, and is there anything else I need to talk to in the Underdark? I think no. I think now we just go to the mountain pass. We should travel there with Lae'zel. Speaking of Lae'zel, if we're I'm not going to bring her into the party until I know I'm going to get the exact right spot. Omaloom has an item to sell. We could go see him. But what I want to do is maybe gear up my companions. So if I... I don't think I have any thing for Gale per se. There's clothing. Actually looks quite nice on him. +1 bonus to spell save DC. Could have a bit of armor class.
Let's move.
Have that. We actually have a few of the spark stuff, don't we? Sure. I will not give Gale the ability to read minds. Don't really have weapons for him, but he's almost certainly not going to use weapons. I guess there's the Wormling staff, but he doesn't need a free cantrip. He's a wizard. Realistically, it was Lae'zel we were looking at. What armor does Will wear? Light? You can have a hat.
Keep a blade close.
We have the drow studded leather. Oh, you could have that, crossbow.
Still alive.
And you could have that rapier I found. Sword of Screams. That sounds like him. You can have missile snaring as well. Why not? Could also give Will a shield. You could if I had shields. We have the real Sparky Sparks wall. And the Wood Woad shield. It's very annoying that I have to reopen this every time I swap to a different companion's set. Lastly, we have Lae'zel and... Lae'zel should be wearing heavy armor, but if we only have medium...
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
I'd given her sorrow, that's funny.
I'd love to, thanks.
Exterminator's Axe is probably a good one for her. Really, let's just hand her all of these swords and things that Karlach has picked up. And in amongst all of those, we'll find her the best option. Is that better for her? No. Can we stop looking at Karlach's equipment? God, it really is just going to compare it to Karlach's equipment each time, isn't it? The Great Sword... Yeah, seems like the best option. Everburn Blade has the highest potential damage. That's the Susser Greatsword. This one's got the special action. But it might just be best with the Everburn Blade for the highest amount of possible smack. Either way, she's got it in her hands. She's got a spear in her backpack for some reason. Because she left the party for a second. It's just a shame we don't have some shinier armor for her. Possibly, if we're bringing her, I might swap Shadowheart's armor back to the Luminous while and just like lend her the splint because she'll be in front lines. Could also give her the intimidation mask. I'll hide the head slot, but I do think that's funny enough. Anyway, I mostly just want to make sure she had a weapon. Okay. Grimforge is done. Yeah, I'm always going to hide head slots on anything that covers the face, even if it looks good, because I want to be able to see them when they talk. I don't want to hide the animation work, basically. But it is funny when you come across a good-looking one, yes. Omalum? Omalum is Gonalum.
Ah, a visitor. You're a welcome sight.
Have I had these conversations?
I observed the fight from a distance. Combat is not my field of expertise, but the Myconids handled themselves well enough. My colleagues and I are working to improve conditions in the Underdark. This need not be such a dire, hostile place.
Oh, needn't it? Oh, because you've not talked to Shadowheart. Okay, let's have me in there.
Welcome back. Have you made any new discoveries?
Can I talk to Omalum again?
I greet you, son child.
There's no trusting a mind flayer. Die! No, let's trade. What do you got? Got money. Boots of Stormy Clamour. Pearl of Power Amulet, which costs... Replenish... You give me that for 69 gold. Do I even need to make the joke? That is the nicest deal I have ever seen. What else? When the wearer is obscured in shadow, their spells gain a +1 bonus to DC. Yeah. Stealth caster. Great for an arcane trickster. On Illithids, volume 26? I don't think I've read that. Ring of Salving. An additional 2 hit points every time you heal someone. That's not much. Intellect Devour Cerebellum. Yeah, when the wearer inflicts a condition upon the hostile creature, you get 2 turns of reverberation. Which gives you penalties to quite a lot. When you have 5 or more turns of reverberation, you take thunder damage and fall over. So the idea is, if you've got a status inflictor build, you can, like, brrr, bong. I don't really have a status inflictor build. The only status I tend to inflict upon my enemies is damage! You hit the golem with that. Huh. I also got bulbs and cerebellums. Trickles out of the cerebellum and right into your spine. Alright, that's it.
May your travels be...
Yes, yes, may my travels be Taylor Swift. That's what I was going to give Lae'zel. The Grim Skull Helm. I forgot about it. Hang on, back to camp. It's the whole reason I had the idea to talk to her. Was to give her that stupid hat. There we go. Fuck, that suits her armor so well. Doesn't really suit her face much. She looks like she had a past life as a Lich King until somebody with a really rough fist smacked her right in the left eye. But it looks like it's part of her outfit. Let's not force her to wear it, but we'll have her wear it, if you get what I mean. Okay. Now I'm largely satisfied. What is that again? Voice of the Circle? Persuasion, yeah. Okay.
I have never seen anything.
Seen anything like it, blurg. So this thing that I got, where is it? Pearl of Power. It does replace my sentient amulet, which is funny.
Thou shalt return to me. Thou shalt have my blessing.
I will.
I shall walk with thee. I shall grant you my power.
Yep, sure.
You feel a chuckle coming on.
But alas, you are not to be equipped no longer, for I have found... an amulet of keep on spelling.
And move.
We're about time to finish, but I kind of want to go to the mountain pass anyway. So yeah, we have 2 ways to go now. We can take the lift, Grimforge, or you don't actually have to keep it equipped. You can just equip it, restore a 3rd level spell, then put another... Oh, well, I can equip the Crazy Man one then instead. Now, I believe there were 2 mountain pass pathways, but we're going to take the northern one, I think. Mostly because this one, I'm pretty sure is going to have us walk through some hostile goblins that we never got around to killing. And we're sort of trying to let some of them live, so I'm going to go this way. But we'll definitely explore down south. That isn't the way. This is? Yeah. Now, we'll try and be careful not to run too far, but I do believe we can hit the point of no return now, because what's left on our quests? Travel to Moonrise Towers, travel through the places, find a cure just to get Yankee Craish, find more parasites, find the Craish, books about Prince Orpheus, Baldur's Gate, Worm's Crossing, I don't think that's in Act 1, Open Hand Temple, we haven't found it, travel to Moonrise Towers, search for the Grand Duke, Moonrise Towers, find another route to the Sharon Temple, decide what to do with the Book of Necromancy, and then there's our companion quests, and most of those are just keep on traveling. Yeah. We are done. Does that mean we're about to start Act 2? Or does Act 2 not officially start at this exact border? I do not know. But at the very least, we get to go through a point of no return. Kind of. We can come back. From what I understand, the points of no return do not prevent you from returning to areas, but they prevent you from returning to certain quest lines, because time is sort of... time advances, and the big one here is the goblins versus the tieflings. If you cross this point before you resolve them, then they'll resolve themselves, and you will have missed out on your chance to affect it for the better. So let's go in. We got like 5 minutes, so I just want to enter the area out of curiosity, but we're not gonna go too deep. Yes. The Dead 3. Death, murder, and strife.
I never affiliate with anyone who isn't prepared to drown me in money.
Hard to believe that it's been 2 years already.
You've been around longer than that, but I appreciate that you paid me for 2 of those years. Rosy Morn Monastery Trail. Follow the mountain paths. That's it. Don't see anything for the crèche. Good. So when we find the crèche that we'll start bringing Lae'zel out. And I'm probably going to replace Shadowheart with her, which is awkward. But I will, like I say, swap the armor out, and I will take over as healer, because I cannot afford... Like, technically Lae'zel takes Karlach's slot as the frontliner heavy hitter, but Karlach is irreplaceable with that power. Like, we simply do not need Shadowheart healing while Karlach is whacking away. Fucking hell! What do you mean by that one? Like, as in narrative? I mean, you're not going to get every combination of party members in every playthrough. Replace Shadowheart with Minthara. I may do that. I will say, though, now that we've seen that Jaheira exists, if this game lets me play as Jaheira, Shadowheart will not survive that.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
But I don't know for sure because she might get NPC treatment. But if I do get the chance, I mean, she's a druid, so that club would work. Trielta Crags. It's been a while since we've just explored a nice, pleasant area, because the Underdark, while sure, a lot of exploration was very different in vibe. But we're back to pretty. We do seem to have... Wait, where did I come in from? Right, okay, we came in from that bridge. Okay. So we've been heading slightly northish. That's right. So nothing immediately happens. I probably won't go much further than this. I don't really have time. And if I get dragged into something now, I'll stay dragged into it, which is a mistake. So really we should start this properly on Friday. But I can now see that we don't go straight to the Shadow-Cursed lands. We are in fact going over the mountains. That's what I expected.
No traps, please.
So this is, yeah, technically this isn't Act 2, but some people that I spoke to said it's more like an Act 1.5 if you count that in the Underdark.
Blessed be you, pilgrim. Take respite now in the dawn's loving gaze.
We do love the dawn gaze.
God of the dawning sun.
Lathander. There's campfire down here, and Lady Esther. Okay, well there's someone to talk to when we start next stream. Well, the difference is that the Underdark maps don't, because like yeah, the way it was described to me is that the way this person describes it and feels like it works is you have your wilderness area, which is your bulk of Act 1, and then after the Overland you have the Underdark maps, and then you have the Mountain Pass map, and then past that you have the main Act 2 map. So one philosophy of looking at it is that Underdark and this are Act 1.5 or, you know, the next evolution. But the difference is that you can do all of the Underdark without resolving the druids and the goblins, but you cannot go here without it. The cutoff points aren't balanced the same way. So that's weird. Anyway, I'm looking forward to a new area next time. It's just a shame I have to wait. Fare thee well. I'll see you in 2 days, and we will explore Rosymorn Monastery.